Friday Night Glory out in Southlake at Dragon Stadium. It's the Under Armour Passing Academy presented by Quarterback Ranch. Mark Clayton here with us, one of the wide receiver instructors. Mark, tell me, what's this all about out here?
Man, really at the end of the day, it's about getting better. A lot of what we're doing is teaching them a lot of the baseline fundamentals that make them better. And so we give them a platform to kind of build off of and be themselves.
What can you teach a student athlete going from summer, early July, into the season that they can take with them week to week?
Well, as pros, you know, we've repped a million things over and over and over and over and over again. And so a big part of what we're trying to instill out here is, man, we're working on really little things, but these little things will carry you through your entire career as a receiver or as a quarterback. And so we're just wanting to equip them and give them tools that they can take into the season and even in off season next year or for the rest of their career, that they'll always know. I can work on my punch pivot. I can work on, you know, turning out that route, making sure my elbows are tight, and just the little things that will help them be better players.
Sir, there's a small portion, there's a portion of a mental game that they work on in between outdoor practicing. Can you explain a little bit about that process and how that goes down?
Yeah, a big part of being successful at anything, whether it's sport or business or in a career, entrepreneurship, is having a mental makeup that is successful before you even enter in. And so we're trying to put them in the mindset and give them the perception of, I'm stepping on this field and I'm going to do one of two things. I'm either going to get better or not. But even in failing, I'm learning something. And so it's always positive, it's always progressive. So you drop a ball, what was it about that was good, and what did you learn that you won't do that again? And so it's learning from failure, and then it's celebrating successes.
You had about 80 or so 5th through 8th graders out here this morning. You're dealing with the upperclassmen, the 9th through 12th. What's different about teaching such different age groups?
Man, with 5th, 6th grade, 7th grade, like that's fun. But more than anything, we wanted to, for me, I want them to enjoy what it is that they're doing. I don't want to spoil their perception and their experience with football at that early of an age. So we'll talk about routes, and we'll talk about, you know, catching the ball and then go score a touchdown. Like everybody wants to go score a touchdown. And then with the high schools, we get into a lot more of the detail, a lot more of the fundamental aspects of the game. And so we'll talk about, you know, how your foot is placed in your stance, and we'll talk about how when you actually go into a curl, the angle that your foot should be at that will maximize your balance and your ability to come out of that curl, get away from the DB, catch the ball, and make a play. And so it's little stuff like that we get to focus on with the older guys.
You know, Mark, I noticed a lot of these players are probably around the same area when they're actually competing during the season. Is there a little bit of competition when they line up one after another? Are they trying to beat each other, or are they just trying to get better?
I hope so. It was always. It's always good to line yourself up with somebody else, and if whoever is in the group that's perceived to be the best, you look at that guy, and your goal is to beat that guy. And at the end of the day, that raises up the bottom of the group. And so, yeah, I hope they are competing internally, looking and learning from whoever's in front of them, and the guy that is ahead is learning from the guys that is teaching them. And so, there's nothing wrong with, you know, some healthy, you know, internal competition.
All right, thank you very much, Mark. Mark Clayton here at Southlake Carroll Dragon Stadium.
The Dragons, yeah, it's nice out here.
It is now.
Yeah.
I dropped about 16 pounds this morning, but I appreciate it, Mark.
No problem, man.
Thanks for spending a couple minutes with me.
Yeah, man.